Welcome to Skater Stories, where we are asking members of our skate community to share their story of why they started roller skating to inspire others. I'm Mel, owner of Roller Girl Gang and passionate roller skater. Today's skater story is shared by Dalila. Dalila found the skate community during the pandemic and hasn't looked back. I'll hand over to them to share their story.
Here we go. Yay! I am very excited to be joined by Dalila, and I'm just going to hand right over for you to introduce yourself and tell us about your roller skating and your skate journey.
Yeah, hi, I'm Dalila. I use they, them pronouns. I have fallen completely in love with skating ever since I started about 2.5 years ago. And I found a community as soon as I started skating in July 2020 during the peak of the pandemic. And then from there, I just learned so many things, not just about skating, but also about myself, connecting with community and connecting to my spirituality, actually.
Oh, wow. It sounds like you are almost like surprised that you've kind of taken away more or realized more than you were maybe first expecting.
Yeah, at first it was just a way for me to go outside, exercise, and meet new people. But yeah, it was definitely more of a source of like healing than I had ever expected, like mentally and spiritually.
Oh, sounds like a really magical experience. So, like in the height of the pandemic, can you remember the kind of the point where you were like, today I am going to buy roller skates. This isn't what I'm going to do now.
So
why skating over maybe hooping or jump rope or something like that?
Yeah, so I saw a skater from Germany, Umi. I don't know if you know them.
I do know Umi.
They're wearing this yellow outfit, skating so like cool and look so, I don't know, just there's a sense of joy and happiness that I hadn't seen that like connected with me on such a deep level. And I was just like, I gotta do this. Where can I find skates as soon as possible? But yeah, it was hard to find skates during the time because it really blew up in mainstream. But I mean, roller skating has always been around for many decades. But Umi got me, and then after that, I got a pair of Impalas, and I was like, never stopped skating.
Oh, amazing! So, how often are you able to skate now versus pandemic times? Like, were you skating a few times a week, or were you making space for it daily?
Yeah, it was a daily thing, at least. Like, I mean, I guess like 5 to 7 days of the week, but it just was so the community that I was with was very like dedicated to skating outside every day. And then also like everything was closed during the pandemic, so it wasn't really much to do. So I was just shocked to see that I had met so many people within such a more short of time during a global pandemic where we're supposed to be social distancing, but we were outside, even in masks. We were skating outside in masks. We didn't care what the circumstances were. We just had to move and dance to the music and be together as a group.
Yes, yeah. The movement is the most important thing. Like just moving your body, I think is, as you say, it's so healing. But I think often we make excuses for being able to move our bodies and kind of freeing that tension. Yeah, like that's a pretty amazing thing. So tell us more about your skating now. Like, how have you evolved and as a skater, and is there a direction that you're choosing to go down? Or
lately I've been getting more into teaching. So I'm going to start teaching well, I'm not going to mention it here, but it's a community studio that has been known for different dance styles, but not for skating. So it'll be interesting to like break into that area of doing.
That sounds brilliant.
Skating lessons outside of a rink and getting the different dance communities together, like bridging that gap. In Seattle, that's not really a thing, but in other parts of the US it is. So I'm trying to make some headway with that.
Oh, that sounds like a mission, but like a nice place to start, and nice to be recognized that like dancing on skates is a form of dance.
Yeah.
And it's not just a form of skating, but
or like derby, or what people mostly associated with.
Or just kids parties. In the UK is like, oh, it's you're an adult and you roller skate. Really? Is this not something you left in childhood? No, I do it now. Thank you. That sounds fantastic. So dance is like your preferred style?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
I haven't really done.
I know this, but like,
power to people who do other stuff like derby and park skating. It's never been my thing. I think I would get too into park skating and pull something. So I just stick to dance skating.
Sure. And like, is it like, I think because you've talked about the spirituality, and is it the flow of dance?
Yeah,
like where you kind of get lost.
Yeah, you get lost. I call it a dynamic meditation. Because you're just moving. Once you get into a groove, you're not thinking about anything else but just you and the music.
Just feeling it.
And also with spinning, that's known to be part of a lot of cultures and spirituality. Particularly, I don't know if you ever heard of Sufism. It predates Islam, but there's a sect of Sufis who are called whirling dervishes, and they spin on their feet and never get dizzy. And that's how they connect with themselves, they connect in the universe. And I get that through spinning on my skates.
That's amazing, because I know people talk about dizziness and when they're learning to spin as something that they really find challenging to practice, because you spin and then you're like, well, now I can't keep doing this because my balance is already affected. So that sounds amazing. Look that up for sure. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, of course. I'm hoping that with my dance classes, I'll be able to help people to know how to move their arms, their legs, have their balance, and just get more acclimated with spinning.
Yes. Because for the people that don't know you on your Instagram, now would be a great time to drop that handle.
Yeah. SP1 _Dalila. Or Spinderella.
Yeah, Spinderella. Yeah. So spinning is both a meditative thing and a way that you kind of enjoy the movement.
Absolutely. Awesome. My skate auntie gave me that name because I was just spinning like most of the skate sessions till I got it down. I was like, I'm gonna get this. Those toe spins I just love them.
Still working on those. I mean, the spinning is always a challenge. The toe spins, I think, once you unlock that it's a pump and you're not just relying on momentum, I think that's a big help. But even still,
I find that my arms, the way that I move my arms in and out, also helps me, that I don't need to pump as much because I'm using the force of gravity with my arms and my core.
I will book you for a session and improve that, because I am not there.
Sounds good.
But yeah, that sounds great. So in terms of things that you've like learned through roller skating that if you could kind of go back in time, and maybe is there something that you would like not repeat, or maybe in terms of could you give some advice to anybody that was kind of starting now and as they're journeying through roller skating? Is there something that you think this would be really useful? If I could go back in time and tell myself this, that would have saved me some heartache, or it would have been useful to know at the time.
This might be harder for some people, but I think that having a skate community was like key to me really like blossoming as a skater. My skate community, we were just bopping off like ideas and learning from each other, and we all just went. And 2 years, we look like we've been skating for way more than 2 years. Yeah, it was definitely the community having the motivation, and definitely like just having a safe environment to learn from each other, and it was free.
Yes, I think that safe environment is really key, but it takes every person in the community to want that and to continue to uphold that space and those values, and then everybody feels safe. But yeah, your community was one that was kind of created in adversity, right? So
yeah,
you were created during lockdown. Were there a lot was everybody in the community like learning at the same time, or did you have skaters who were already roller skating and they kind of were out here?
Yeah, it was a mix, because the skaters who started like outdoor community skating were people who were skating for a while and they were looking for places because their rinks were closed.
Right.
And then you had this wave of new skaters like me who came in, and we just came together, and it was just like magic.
Yeah, sure. Got you. So they were almost like a focal point, like a seed. And then everyone else went, what can I do? What can I do? Oh, look, there they are. We'll come and skate with you. But then you were also met with a warm welcome. And you were embraced into that community rather than going, no, this space is for people who skate only. So that sounds like everybody just wanted to skate and spread that love and just enjoy the company that you were able to have at the time, even with masks. And
even with masks and year round. And Seattle is a rainy city, but we had some good weather during those 2 years, I gotta say. We were skating winter time and the summer.
Your community is in like such a strong place. It sounds like that everybody who started skating at that time, like almost 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
it's been almost 3. Yeah,
2023, right?
Yeah.
Are most of those people still roller skating now?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And we're expanding. Like me, I'm becoming an instructor, and there's other people who are doing performances. More skate groups have formed from this. And the main outdoor one was rolled around Seatown. Yeah.
But what an incredible thing to have been born from such a dreadful time in our lives. Like, that's such a beautiful thing that's come out of it. Thank you so much for joining me. Like, I genuinely wish we had a lot longer, but maybe when you have started your skate classes, and like, let us know how it goes. If you feel like you want to come back and check in, I'm sure that people would love to hear like the follow-up to how that's going. But obviously they can also go check out your Instagram.
Yeah, but it'd be my pleasure to talk again. I love to talk about my progress.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And I think that your conversation is going to be so inspiring for other people to just go and join something and go out and do something and know that it's for themselves. And like, in terms of that meditation and just that reconnection with yourself and become more self-aware. Be more Dalila is what we will say. What we should do. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
Thank you for listening to today's skate story. I hope you find it as inspiring and uplifting as I did. Can't wait for the next one.